Before we begin, let's test your proficiency in corporate speak. Your manager responds to your proposal with, "Interesting." Does this mean A, "This is interesting," B, "I'd like to know more," or C, "I hate this, but there are witnesses"? The correct answer is C. Welcome to corporate, a language spoken every day by millions of office workers, without anyone admitting they're speaking it. Lesson 1. The words. Corporate is unusual because the words don't necessarily mean the words. For example, interesting rarely means interesting. Just a thought, almost never just a thought. Quick question, neither quick nor frequently a question. And with all due respect means the due respect portion of the conversation has now concluded. Then there's per my last email, which roughly translates to I have attached Exhibit A for the prosecution. Then there's do you have a quick minute? Translation: your next 47 minutes have been reassigned. Master those and you're ready for something much more dangerous. Context. Consider, let's take this offline. In normal corporate, we should discuss this separately. But if the meeting is already 20 minutes over, for the love of God, stop talking. If a senior executive says it, this conversation is over. And if it's said by the person whose idea is currently being dismantled in front of 12 coworkers, I would prefer fewer witnesses. Same words, 4 completely different meanings. This is why fluency in corporate can take years. You aren't just listening to words, you're analyzing seniority, facial expressions, who was copied on the email, and the precise level of hostility contained in the word just. Eventually, you stop consciously translating any of it. That's when you're ready for advanced corporate. Lesson 3. Advanced corporate. At this level, individual words have almost completely stopped mattering. Consider, I'd like to make sure we're aligned before we socialize this more broadly. Translation: please don't tell anyone about this yet. There may be an opportunity to revisit ownership as we move into the next phase. Translation: nobody is doing it. And eventually, you'll encounter executive corporate. We need to be thoughtful about how we operationalize this while ensuring alignment with the broader strategic direction. Translation: we should think about it. 5 words. Successfully expanded to 18. That's leadership. But perhaps the most advanced phrase in the entire corporate language is, I don't disagree. What does it mean? Nobody knows. Linguists remain divided, and yet somehow, the meeting continues. Now, to be fair, corporate exists for a reason. People need to disagree without being assholes. You probably don't want Tuesday's leadership meeting to sound like, Steve, your idea is terrible. Thanks, Susan. Your department is useless. Great. Anything else before we move to finance? So instead of, Steve, your idea is terrible, we say, I'm not sure we're fully aligned on the proposed approach. That's probably healthier. For Steve, certainly. Diplomacy isn't the problem. The problem starts when diplomacy turns into ambiguity. Because eventually nobody knows what anyone actually said. Was that a decision? Did she approve it? Did he disagree? Am I supposed to do something? Who's doing it? When? 14 adults enter a meeting. Everyone nods. Everyone says they're aligned, and somehow they leave with 14 completely different interpretations of what they just agreed to. But the meeting did end 5 minutes early, so good meeting. The answer isn't eliminating corporate, because everyone should just say exactly what they're thinking. Sounds wonderful, until someone actually does it. The better rule is simple. Be diplomatic about the person. Be brutally clear about the work. Instead of, there may be an opportunity to revisit the timeline. Say, we can't meet September 1st. We need to move it to September 15th. Instead of, there may be an opportunity to clarify ownership. Say, Sarah, can you own this? And instead of, Let's circle back once we've socialized this. Say, I'll review it with finance and give you a yes or no decision by Friday. Nothing rude, nothing confrontational, same professionalism. Now with information. And after any important conversation, 4 things should never require translation. Decision. What did we decide? Owner. Who owns it? Action. What happens next? Date. When. Decision. Owner. Action. Date. D-O-A-D. D-O-A-D. That's an unfortunate acronym. Apparently, clarity has limits. We'll come up with something catchier. Until then, be diplomatic with people, be clear about the work, and make sure people know the decision, owner, action, and date. As for the name, we'll socialize some options and circle back.